she told me, like, you're going to do this for the rest of your life. Like, it's called, in Spanish, it's called músico fracasado. How can we translate that? Like a musician that didn't make it.
Oh, wow, yeah.
He's like, you're gonna be a failed musician. There you go. You're gonna be a failed musician. Like, she would tell me that, and I told her, like, she's like, you're only gonna sing for drunk people the rest of your life. Right. That's it.
Big Boy's Neighborhood. Beautiful day in the neighborhood, ladies and gentlemen. We've been waiting on this one, man. JOP, first off, welcome to the neighborhood.
Welcome, bro.
I appreciate
Fuerza
it, man.
Regida.
Fuerza
Regida.
Yeah.
And it's Rey. All right, because we have Jose in here, the king of the Mexicans.
Stop it.
Yeah, he'll come back up. But what I wanted to do real quick, man, is Jose had come back up trying to tell people how to say it and was totally wrong. But this is Diana. Diana worked with us, man. Diana, how long you been working with us?
Ooh, like 4
or 5 months? I've never seen her with makeup on.
Never wait.
Yeah, man.
Damn, you said you were going to call us out.
Then when you see Jose come in, Jose just happened to be wearing a hoodie that got Mexico colors in it.
Mexico inspired.
Yeah, Mexico inspired. And then Quest, our DJ,
Yeah.
he's wearing a hat that got the Mexican flag on it.
And a necklace that I've never seen, Doc, so I think
Yeah.
it's a little smaller than yours, but yeah.
Yeah, so everybody put on wardrobe, bro. Yeah, because they knew you were coming.
You're
First off,
special,
man,
dog.
welcome to the neighborhood, bro.
I appreciate it, man.
Man, I appreciate
Happy
you,
to be
brother.
here.
Hey, man, let me tell you, just watching the rise, right? And watching the focus that's been applied to you guys right now. And when I say the rise and the focus, people can kind of look at certain things, but they don't know, like, the determination, the hustle. People say, oh, they on, but they don't understand. When people say, man, man, overnight. But I'm like, man, you don't know how long that night was and the grind that you guys put into it. You know what I'm saying? Were you always into music growing up?
I was always into music, bro.
Yeah.
Since I was a little kid, my all types of music, actually.
Yeah.
Started with Mexican music, of course, because that's
In the house?
Yeah, in the house. You know,
Yeah.
my parents don't speak English, so we started bumping all that. You know, it was Valentin Elizalde, Larry Hernandez, all these old Mexican legends.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, you know, I got a little older, went to school, you know, Lil Wayne, all that, you know?
So you start feeling other things as well, but you can hear it in the music too, because some of the best music is when you kind of grab and inspired from other things, man. Were your family, were they into music or they just listened and consumed music? Was anybody artists or anybody played or anything?
My mom,
Right.
nah, she don't like music.
Right.
So she more like, hey, lower that shit.
Right. Yeah.
And my dad, he's more of he likes to party. He used to like to party. He likes music. My dad actually sang when but like not professionally, you know, just in the
house.
in the
Yeah,
bed.
yeah. Hey, man. Yeah. Hey, man, I have a brother-in-law. Anytime mariachi perform, we always do like, Goyo sing. He try to play it. I was like, no. Man, by the end of the night, this motherfucker done took over the whole damn party.
The lead singer?
But you say your pops is one of those where he didn't professionally sing, but at the house with a little get down.
At the house or my grandma. He told me my grandma told the family that he when he was younger, everybody be drinking, you know, on the block, and then like he'll start singing, and then people will start like little people on the block will be like, hey, who that? You know, who's singing? So he's good at singing. He don't sing like fucked up, you know. He sings good.
Amen. Go ahead.
And from there, bro, I just been singing all my life. You know, I always wanted to do but just like in the house too, you know.
Yeah.
And then at 17, that's when I really, you know, started.
That's what I was gonna ask you too, bro. There's one point where it's like you enjoy music, you listen to music, but it's totally different when you say, I want to do music.
Yeah.
And so what made you say, I want to do music? Because that's a whole different world than singing at the house. You know what I'm saying? Singing at some parties or just saying or listening to something. What made you say, I want to do this?
I always wanted to do it since I was a little kid, right? I always wanted to do something. Like when a good movie would come out, I'll start fucking acting.
Yeah, man.
Like boxing
Hey, dude,
come out,
did you know
I'll
you
start
wanted
doing
to be
jazz.
in entertainment, like something?
I knew I wanted to like be like known or something famous.
Same,
you
bro.
know?
Same.
You too?
Yep, I threw everything up against the wall. I did it all though too, JLP. I mean, I was rapping, DJing, acting, anything because I wanted to be a part of this.
Yeah, man.
And I remember when growing up, I used to write I used to write people autographs. You know what I'm saying?
That's
And-
hard. I used to do that too. What the
Yeah,
hell?
hey man, and I write people autographs, man. And I remember I told my mom one time we went through bouts of homelessness, right? And I remember I told my mom I said, Mom, one day I'm gonna buy you a house. And I'm telling you, homie, I bought my mom that house. You know what I'm saying? And my mom could have dookied on me. She could have said, baby, we're homeless. I don't want to hear this. You know what I'm saying?
Don't be making up ideas in your head.
Yeah, but she told me, she said, baby, I know you will. You know what I'm saying? But you knew you wanted to be famous.
I knew I wanted to do something, man. I would have just, a boxing match would come on, I'll start jabbing.
Yeah.
It was something. And then down the road, bro, I was 17 years old. I was doing it more like singing. And then more in the, because I even was rapping too. Like you said, I was doing everything. And then around when I was 17, 10 years ago, it was a little more in, this got it, in school, it was a little more popping, kind of. At my first years of school, you had to lower this shit. When you pull up to the school, the Mexican music, you got to lower it. Hold on, they about to bash on me. Put the hip hop on. But when it was when I was 17 already, it started becoming a little more cooler, at least. It was still not that cool, but it was cool.
But it's not what it is today.
Nah, never, man.
Yeah, so still you conscious of
Yeah, of course. And that's when I started doing it more all right, I'm gonna try. I started posting it, so now that's people knew I wanted to do it. And then one of my boys, shout out Manny, man. He's one of my boys from high school. I haven't seen him in a while. He's the one that told me, hey, I got this group that needs a singer. And I was like, he's like, you should go try it out. I was 17. I was a senior in high school. I was like, I got my scooter, man. Mm-hmm. I went down 15 blocks. Bow, bow, bow. Pulled up. And I pulled up to this group that was barely starting. They didn't even have a bass player. And he told me was like, you gonna play the bass too? I was like, what?
Damn. Did you play bass?
I actually learned because of that group. I didn't know.
Did you know bass before they told you you were gonna play the bass?
So he told me, now you want to sing? We don't have a bass player. You're gonna start it. I said, hold on, I just came to sing. Right. He's like, nah, we need a bass player. So I kind of started learning. I went to school. And then, long story short, man, that's San Bernardino, right? The hood.
Yeah.
Those fools were on dope and shit.
Yeah,
so it stopped. I kind of learned the bass for 4, 5, 6 months.
Then the bass got sold.
Then when
you came to rehearsal one day, not you. Like, man, who's on my fucking butt? Like, man, y'all freaked on a bass?
Yeah, hey, what's up with that? Man. But the guy I was doing it with, man, I don't want to say his name, because I don't want to.
Yes, sir.
He's one of the ones that motivated me too, but I was one of the ones that was doped out type shit, you know what I'm saying? And he couldn't do it no more. He wasn't playing. He said I couldn't sing no more. So I just kind of we stopped. And I used to cut hair, bro.
Yeah.
So I remember I was at that group.
That's crazy. I cut hair too, but go ahead.
What?
Yeah.
So, hey, we did everything, man. I remember I was at that guy's house because he became my homie after that. Even though he was a dope and all that shit, it don't matter for me. It was normal to us. Yeah. So he was my homie. So I was cutting hair at his house after we had quit music. We had to quit music a month already. We weren't gonna do it anymore because he had some issues with his fingers. He wasn't playing the guitar no more. I was like, man, I guess I'm quit.
Right.
So I didn't play the bass for a couple months no more. And I was cutting one of my clients' hair at his house. I remember this clearly. And then this guy told me, hey, there's a group that needs a bass player. So this is more months down the road. I was like, bass player? I'm like, man, we quit that shit already, man. He's like, well, if you want to go try, I'm like, you know what? Hit him up. I'm down to go try. And then, hey, next week. I was like, you can't go right now? I was like, I want to do it now. He's like, nah, they don't got time today. Next week. Pulled up, played the bass, and then at the end of the practice, they were like, hey, man, you sing? And I was like, kind of, bro. And I sang a song, and they were like, hey, man, you sing bad. You're in the group. I was like, all right, we're a group? All right. And that's when I met my group.
No,
yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. And then that's when everything started, bro.
You know what's crazy about that, man, is anybody that know about, any of San Bernardino, it's already where people say, man, it's almost like an island. And then being at 17 years of age, there's hopes and there's dreams. But at 17, things seem so far and so distant. And for you even say, man, I jumped on my scooter, I rode 15 blocks. Yeah. And then this isn't even a known group. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it was nobody group.
And then somebody say, oh, do you play bass? But applying yourself to that. And I always tell people this, JOP, I was like, man, that's tuition into the school of experience. Because you didn't know what it was going to become, but you knew you had to do it.
Exactly.
And that's a difference, bro.
Yeah. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's true, bro. I'm mind blown right now. You telling me that. but for real, it's I told my mom, hey, I'm gonna go. There's a group, that wants a singer. I got my scooter. She knows I left, in my scooter. And it's crazy just thinking about everything after that, bro. After that work didn't work out. That group didn't work out because of all the dope shit, woo woo. Then I went to this group. You know, we started singing.
And how old are you guys, or how many years ago is that now?
Well, I was 17, so that's 10
that's
years ago.
The 10.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
That's 10 years
Damn.
ago. And then I met this group I'm with now probably like 9 years ago because I was in that group, the first one for like 8 months, and then it
Right.
became boom. Then I meet this new group, which it was called Grupo Raimes, bro. It was a different name. So when I came in, we were doing work. We used to charge $60 an hour, bro, at the backyard parties.
Okay, so y'all was already paying that tuition into the school experience, just being in the backyard.
Yeah.
Because now people don't even kind of get down as much. You know
People
what I'm
don't
saying?
They skipped that backyards now.
Yeah.
Back in the day, but back in the day it was like you started with the backyards, woo woo. But back in the day, like let's say
And y'all would pay $60.
an hour.
An
But
hour.
that's cheap because a
Yeah.
group charges like $250 an hour.
Right, y'all just
So
wanted to get in and get it in.
Hey,
and,
for me, I was like 20, and it was only 3 of us, so I was like $20 an hour. I was like, we up at the warehouses are paying 10. You know,
We up.
Hey man, me and my homeboy DJ Ray, shout out to Ray, man. We would DJ early on, and we would get $50, and we would rent the equipment for $30, and we had $20 left over and split the 10. But that right there too, though, man, is you. It's like, man, you love what you're doing, and you saw the hustle in, man. We could make this $60 an hour,
Yeah,
you know?
that's
or I could be
hustle.
working, hell
for
yeah.
me, that was also, and we only know 3 songs, so
Right.
we were repeating the 3 songs.
How many members?
Y'all want to hear that again? He said it was 3 of them at
3
the
of them.
time.
Oh, my
Yeah, it
bad.
was 3. It was 3.
Yeah, man, and that's cold cash though.
For me,
And
we were up.
in
bro.
your head. That's what I'm about to say. In your head, you like, man.
I just sang bullshit. I'm up. You know?
You're like, man, you know we got a show tonight. What was the attire back in those days? Were y'all costumes, or did y'all just show up how you were? Were y'all suited?
Our outfit?
Yeah.
Nah, man. The people that would hire us was like mouth to mouth. Like, oh, my cousin.
Right.
You know, he ain't trying to pay the $250 on the real group, and he's trying to hire you guys. You know?
Yeah. And so y'all would come all equipment, everything.
We just had like when I joined their group, they already had like a little 2 speakers, like the little cheap ones, and like so they already had a little something going on. They wanted to start something too. So when I came, they already had a little something. So they were like, "Hey, we already paid this off. Like you got to help us pay it off now." Like so I started doing my payments too.
Yeah. Like, you
know?
got to kick in, man. It's already paid
Yeah.
for.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Man,
Yeah.
and so you go from that doing backyards. How long are y'all doing backyards?
We do it for a while, man.
Yeah, man.
We do it for 3 years. So that's 2015 right there, man.
How important, when you look back at it now, how important was that to you?
Man, I learned so much, man,
Yeah,
because it started there, man, and then it was 3 years of that. So imagine you're 17, 18. Now it's like you say, it looks like it's forever. So 3 years for me was forever.
Yeah,
you know?
hell yeah.
Now looking at it now, it was like it was fast.
Yeah.
Like I had some homies of mine that they took 17 years to
Right,
hit.
man.
You know,
Oh,
it took me
wow.
3 in my eyes. You know,
Yeah.
it took me 3 years.
But even now, though, fam, it's like people don't even want to do the 3 years now.
Nah, man, they want the
Instant.
first hit.
Yeah,
and,
man.
And guess what? Like, I was just talking about it now. Like, there's artists now that have it more easier. You know, like I was talking about it in a couple interviews ago. Like, it's just like now they skip the backyard parties. They go
Yeah.
straight to. They drop a song, it don't work. They drop another one, it's a hit. Now they skip the backyard parties. They go straight to a festival,
Yeah, man.
and now they're getting paid big bucks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Yeah, but the way that you guys did it, there's a different passion to it.
Yeah,
but
man.
also, man, when you go in 3 years and you making some bread, but you don't know what the future look like. What do you do with family, friends, you, the group, when you feel like, man, what are we doing this for? You know what I'm saying? Did anybody tell you like,
You know what though? My bad to cut you off.
no worries?
The good thing about it, man, it was 3 years, right? But the first year, we started getting recognition in the hood.
See, that's what I was gonna ask. Were you hood famous?
Yeah, we started becoming hood famous
Yeah.
in the hood. I did a cover called Uno Personal. It's like a song really nobody knows that much. To this day, like my fans don't know about this song because I never released it like that. That song starts hitting in the hood, man. I was a little fat kid, you know? And people were like, hey, who's that fat kid? Like, it's popping. So we start charging more now, 120,
Right,
180,
right.
200. So it's like 1 year in, 2 years in, we're already like charging $350.
Yeah,
So that
man.
was like the most charge you
That's
could
a whole
charge.
different game too.
That's the
you know
most
what
you
I'm
could
saying?
charge. But it was still like, it's still not that much. You got to split it. Now we had 4 guys.
Right.
So we had got the tuba now, and now we had 4 guys in the band.
Did y'all make him pay for the equipment too?
Yeah,
No,
better
I'll be like, man,
equipment.
nah, you got to kick in, man.
We didn't make him pay no more, man, because
So it stopped with you. I be like, nah, man, he gotta pay, man. Like, nah, F that, bro. I had to kick in. It was already paid for. And y'all made me pay.
I didn't really.
You should go get it right now.
We didn't make him pay. Actually, bro, I never really talked about this, but I'm gonna say it here today. Before we became famous, we had problems in the group. So we were about to split up. Actually, when the fourth guy came in, I told him, "Are you sure you want to join this shit, man? We got problems."
Yeah, it's about to be over.
So I was more on my boss shit already. So I wasn't gonna charge him for. I knew it was my group already. It was our group. So I wasn't gonna charge the fourth member for nothing because I told him, "Are you sure you want to be here, dog? We got beef. Like we had beef in between, not big beef, but like on
But
some money
enough.
stupid problems,
Yeah.
And I wanted to leave, bro. Before the fame.
Wow.
I was gonna go do my own shit. And then I was like, man, you know what? I told these guys, like, I'm gonna give you guys one more chance, man. Like, we can't be tripping on no money shit. Like, we gonna do it
That's
big.
hard too, though,
You know?
bro.
And I stayed, bro, because they were my brothers. Like, for me, I felt like it was 3 years already with them. Like, I felt like those were my guys. I was like, hey, man, let's try it one more time. And we're gonna go hard. I'm not gonna stop till I told them I'm not gonna stop till we fucking blow up, dog. And I remember we started getting more recognition. And then I started, it was not that much money, man. So I was only making like $600 a week.
Right.
So I needed to make my money, So I was in the hood doing my thing, what I'm
man,
saying?
you got to do this and that. I
was
understand.
doing my thing. And then I started doing flyer parties too. And that's when the money started coming in. I used to make like $6,000 a night right there. So I was up like, and
Oh yeah.
but I had to take
Is
out,
that you solo or is that the entire group?
Nah, so this is where it goes down. I know what you're asking. They were like, how are we going to throw a party when we got a gig? What about us? So I was like, look, you got to give me one day out of the week, and I'm going to pay you guys 2 hours. So I would hire our own group to perform at the parties.
Right.
So I'll assure them their
So the
their
flyer
pay.
party, you was like the promoter.
I was a promoter, and I
Gotcha.
would sing there too. I'll close that motherfucker.
And coming to the stage right about now, me. Hell yeah. Yeah. Give it up, y'all. JOP, thank y'all. Good night.
And I would do it on purpose. Hey, man. And you know what, man? The first flyer party I threw, man, it was a total success, man. We put 1,000 motherfuckers in there.
That's hard when the first one is like that. So
It was
that
a
gets you
success,
going,
bro.
huh?
I remember I got like the 3 top groups in the area, and I added myself. I was like, man, we gonna promote ourselves here. And we were already kind of popping with that song. And I never performed, like we never went to a club because they wouldn't want to pay us what we wanted.
Right.
And then my group was like, nah, we gotta go. They only wanted to pay us the worth of 1 hour. But a club is like, you gotta charge more. In my head, I was already on my business shit. I told them, my group was like, one of my guys, Chris, was like, hey, let's go, bro. We're gonna get exposure there. I'm like, nah. We're gonna charge them double. If not, we ain't going, bro. We gotta stay exclusive. Cause we were already coming up in the hood. In my mind,
man.
I was like, we gonna be famous, like, hold on.
Know your worth.
So what I did my own party. That's what we did. And we had like 800 people at the party. And we closed that shit, man. When we closed it, man, we sing that song. Everybody recording, bro. That's when I knew. I'm like,
Yeah, you like, it's something special. It's different now.
I did 3 more parties. I was up, man. I had like the most money I ever had, bro. I was doing my thing at the party. I had so much money in my head.
I love how he the promoter, the performer, and the after party.
Hey,
Y'all
man,
going to the after party?
Hey, I will go collect door at the front.
Hell yeah, man.
I will set up the table. Boom, boom, boom. Because I will sell tables too with the bottles and everything. Boom, boom, boom. Sell beer and then go check the monies. Boom, boom, boom. And then go on stage at the end.
Hey, man, you know what that is too, man? That's different marketing. And I'm telling you, man, a lot of people don't understand that because somebody's going to make it anyway. So it might as well be you.
Exactly,
and you got to know your worth, bro. And the way that you say, nah, let's not do this, hold off, it's a difference when people think you desperate and they can pay you a certain way. And I don't know, you probably too young, but there was this spot in New York, and it was a club called Studio 54. And Studio 54 was like the biggest club in New York. All the celebrities were going, all that stuff, right? When they first opened up the door, they the ones who started that velvet rope in the guest list. Like, oh, you can't get in. You can't get in. You can't get in. Yeah. And so people was like, man, we got to get in this club. It's the biggest club. It's the hottest club. We got to get in. Oh, you're not on the list. You're wearing this. So they would turn people away. Everybody started wanting to go to this club. When they first opened and it was turning people away, they had the music on. No one was in the club. But they created this buzz, this intrigue that we gotta be in there. And that's the same thing that you were doing where it's like, hold off, it's gonna come. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And when you know your worth and you could tell somebody what your worth is, they gotta pay it. And you figured out, man, we could just pay ourselves, bro. We could just pay ourselves.
That's crazy how you say that. Mind blowing, bro. Like
Yeah.
that's exactly what we did. And me, I felt like I had it all figured out, and I did, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Because my mom would tell me too. Like, I remember I would come home, man, because these guys, they be on coke all night, hiring you to like 8 a.m. type shit. So
1 more hour. Otra hora.
you know what I'm talking about, right?
Hell yeah, big dog.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
and then it would get to the point where they would hire me just by myself. So it would be like everybody would leave, and they, and they don't got the bread. So it was like, hey, I'm gonna pay you $100 an hour. I was like, let's go, and I'll be by myself with the guitar, just playing for the.
Like what you want to hear?
Right
Almost
there.
like a jukebox.
Wow.
And then I'll be right there. I want with them too, man. Go alcohol. I'll be fuck it, let's go.
Hey man, it's crazy how even when you trust and believe in yourself, like even as being young, somebody will tell you like, man, let's just go get this money. Let's just go get this money.
Yeah.
And being able to hold off and do it your way. And a lot of people can't do that, or a lot of people won't do that. And especially when you're with a group. Because some people just tell you like, man, F that, we're going to go get it. And I'm glad.
Make
And
the
even
buck, quick buck.
and that's what we were programmed on that, because we got real problems.
Because we from the hood, exactly.
And we got real situations, and you need real money.
And I understand a lot of guys like that, man. There's a lot of guys that didn't make it out the hood, sadly, because of that reason, man.
Yeah, man.
And the hood
Or you saw the talent go away.
man, there was, bro, I don't even want to say names, but I have homie, man, that was popping too, bro, like, and I just, it's, and I know he's hearing me, man. I know but he's a good man, man. He's
Right.
working for his family and shit like that. But I understand, man, like sometimes you can't hold back because you need the bread,
man. Yeah.
But you got to take a risk sometimes.
Yeah, man. And there's a difference between taking a risk and there's also calculated risk. You know what I'm saying? I think yours was more calculated.
Yeah. In my head, I thought so, and I kind of
And
got
I
it
know
right.
you was
Yeah.
doing some dumb shit too. We all had to.
We did, man, and that's why I was telling you. I was telling you about my mom, right?
Yeah.
I would come home at 10 a.m., man, like smelling like alcohol and shit, and all tired. And
Fingers all bloody.
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah. And then she told me, like, you're going to do this for the rest of your life. Like, it's called, in Spanish, it's called músico fracasado. How can we translate that? Like a musician that didn't make it.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
He's like, you're gonna be a failed musician. There you go. You're gonna be a failed musician. Like, she would tell me that, and I told her, like, she's like, you're only gonna sing for drunk people the rest of your life. That's
Right.
it. And I told her, look, mom, I promise you. And like me, like, when I told her, I promise you, I'm gonna make it big. Like, this is what I'm doing. Cause I already, I was already doing the flyer parties. I already had seen I was like, I promise you, like, just give me more time. I promise you, I'm gonna make it big. And then she was like, just sad, like, all right, whatever. And I walked out the room, and I was like, I felt my heart drop, like, damn, now I gotta do it, like now I gotta really do it,
Hey, man, how did that not knock you down? Because coming from your moms, that could either knock you down or it could put you in a position. Now I'm going to show you and show me. But some people would be like, man, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like moms think, like you could have taken that a different way. Either fuel or fuck it.
That's what it was, man.
Yeah.
Like, I took it. It didn't knock me down. It kind of put me up.
Yeah, man.
You know
You
what I'm
used it
saying?
right.
And it was like it put more pressure on my back. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, my mama said I can't do it, and my dad would tell me too, man. Like, and it's worse coming from my pops. My pops is like OG, like he's one of those Mexicans that like, hey, get to work, motherfucker. Like, what are you
Right.
doing? Like,
Work hard.
and he knew I was doing my thing in the hood. It's because I already had some bread too. Like,
Yeah.
in my bank account, I had like 30 bands already.
Yeah.
So for me in the hood, that's bread, right?
Hell yeah. Yeah. What
And
you
then
mean?
he
It's
knew I
bread,
had bought my
period.
I know. Just on my eyes right now. I was like, oh.
I had bought my new truck, man. I was 18, man. I had my new truck. And he knew all the money wasn't coming from the music.
Right,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
talking about?
yeah, hell
so he
yeah.
said, like, what the fuck you doing, man? Like, and then he wanted to kick me out. We had all this beef, man. Like, then just all this crazy shit. Like, oh, like, look at this guy. This guy really sings. Like, what are you doing? Like, my dad was that tough guy,
Right.
Like, but I always seen why he did it, man. He's always been like that on me. Like, he said, you're never going to graduate. And I graduated. You're not
Right.
going to do this. And I did it. So for me, it was like more of a,
It's a different way he delivers
Yeah.
the encouragement.
yeah, the encouragement was like on that hard shit,
And then it was like I'll do it. Yeah,
and I
I'll
had to
you
prove it,
wrong.
man.
Yeah.
And to this day, man, he don't care. But he's happy.
Right,
But
right.
he ain't about the money. I gave him a brand new whip. Didn't want it.
Yeah, I peeped that, man.
All that.
Oh man, I can't wait till my son make. I'm taking everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine? I'll be like,
Best
man,
believe that.
hell yeah, like dad, I got a truck. And the only thing I'll be
Where
like,
mine
man,
at?
I'll be like, any rims on it? You know what
Huh.
I'm saying? But yeah, so you saying your family, they're not materialistic, man, but they got to be happy.
Oh, they happy,
for the
man.
success right
They
now.
happy
bro.
and sometimes sad, because I'm never home,
Right.
So
right.
it's a little bit of both worlds.
But think about not being at home and where you at. There's some people that's not at home because where they at. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Like what you mean? Like
locked up in the, you know
in
what
the
I'm saying?
streets,
Like you're not at home because you're on tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's people at home that ain't doing shit.
Doing nothing.
I at the end of the day, man, I am where I gotta be, man.
Yeah, hell
you know?
yeah. And it feels like, man, when you think about the decade of work already, and really the lifetime of work, because even before the first group, you already seasoning yourself for something. You know what I'm saying? And now it's even moving more, and there's no expiration date in sight. It's about to get, it's busier now. More ears, more eyeballs. You know what I'm saying?
Right now, it's even worse, man. Like, my mom lives 15 minutes away, and I don't even see her in 2 weeks. Man. I don't even call her, man, because I'm just, like, right now, my album mode, I told you, like we said before the interview, like, I slept 3 hours, bro, thinking about switching this audio, that I got this artist calling me, that he don't want to like this. Like, wow,
hey, man, and talk to me about that, too, man. For you to get in the game, why was it important for you as an artist to become a label and have artists? When you're an artist and your focus got to be laser on what you're doing, why did you take on the challenge to say, you know what, man, I'll give opportunities to others as well?
I'm gonna tell you why, bro. Because I didn't know shit about the music, you know? And I knew about the business, my bad. I knew about the music, right? Because
but the music business
I didn't know about
different,
the business, man. And it got to a point where I knew, like, it wasn't right, you know? So I had to learn my shit. Mm-hmm. And that kind of fucked my career. It was 2020 when I was really in there. Like, we went to the library, we got these books.
Oh, so you studied.
I hired a lawyer. And I don't even know how to read that good. So I had my manager, which was my cameraman back then. He became my manager now. And I had him just like, hey, bro, you're the one that's good at reading. Read this shit, dog. And, like, just read it to me like a fucking Amazon notebook or something. You know?
Yeah, be my Kindle.
Yeah, like,
hell yeah.
And then he started reading some. I'm like, all right, because he didn't know nothing about the music business, and I did a little bit.
And so are you reading something because you're in a bad contract, or you're trying to avoid a bad contract?
It was more like there was something going on, and I just wanted to figure it out.
Right, gotcha.
You know?
Say less.
And since I knew about the music business a little bit, he was reading something he didn't understand. So
you was catching on like this ain't right.
And I would tell him, this is this. All right, write it down. All right, this is what this means. Okay, boom, boom, boom. And that's when I started learning. And then I just like, you know what, man? I've always been a businessman. So if you could tell from the beginning, if we go back to this conversation, I was doing flyer parties and doing the business part of it, you know? So I could have, if I would have, and I never told you this, so going back to that story of the flyer parties, it goes to a point where I only threw 4 of them. And I had a meeting with my group, and I told them, I'm going to stop doing flyer parties. I'm going to stop making more money to focus on the band.
Right.
And that's what I did.
So
I only threw 4 parties. I only made, like, a certain amount of money, but I could have made more if I would have kept on doing it.
Right.
But I focused on the band and blowing up the band. So I stopped the money. I stopped the intake of the money. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to focus on this.
Put the energy back with the group.
So I could have. If I would have never, let's say I would have never focused on the group, I probably wouldn't have became famous, right? And I would have become the biggest record label at the moment. Because I already knew I was in the business regardless, you get me? So when I blow up, man, 2018 I blew up. So 2 years not knowing what's up with the business, you know? Back in the day, it was even harder.
Yeah, man.
Because no one knew about the business. I started learning. 2020, I have big hits. I don't got that much money. You know, that's why I'm like, what's going on?
Because you're going through it.
Like, you know, I don't got that much money. Like, hold on. Like, let me learn. Boom. All these new artists come in, bro. These new artists that switch the game up. It's 2020. I start focusing on the business. My career starts going down 2020.
Wow.
So it gets tough.
And not only do you see your business, you see yourself, the business going down, and others coming up.
I see people going up.
Yeah, and then we're in 2020, and we start to get into this pandemic where you can't even get out and hustle certain ways.
And the way I was used to it, like promoting my track on tour. I couldn't do that no more. And these little kids came in killing it. And I'm just like, damn, the business, I don't know, I'm focusing over here. 2020 was a bad year for us, and all our fans know that. Then 2021 comes, that's when I start coming back. And you know what helped me? My label. I signed this kid, Calle 24, Diego. He has this song, and I told him, let me get that song. I signed him as a writer too. Like, let me sing that song, bro. Like, you don't even sing that type of music. he was singing like some other what was popping in those times. It was like the artist that came up was Nata, Junior, all the tumbao shit was coming up. And that's what my artist was. I was signing them because I wasn't doing that.
Right.
So I was signing those type of
So
music.
you were signing non-competition.
Yeah, I was signing. Yeah, I was signing more and than anything the shit that was going to make money because
Right.
I thought I was done. I was like, at least I'm gonna be in the business, you know. Let me sign the people that are doing it. And he had this song that was more my style, like more like chaka shit, like more like gangster shit, right? And I was like, let me get this song. It's not even your style. Like he's like, you know what? You can have it, but I want to start singing this style. I told him, all right, let me record it, and then we'll go from there. Like he knew that it was gonna do good with me because I was popping kind of, but I was going down a little bit. And
so y'all were helping each other.
So he pulls out that song, bro. I'm about to record it. I used to do vlogs at the time too. I used to be a big vlogger. So what happens is I leak his version on my vlog. And guess what? He goes viral with the version. So I told him, you know what? I wasn't gonna do it by myself. Now we're doing it together. And he was happy. The kid was like, hell yeah. He got his collab he needed. Me, like I got the song, and guess what? That's a song that put me back on the map, bro.
Hey man, and was that Two Street Mob? Was that your signing and on your label?
It was my artist with me.
Your label.
And my label. You get me? And that's what happens, bro. It puts me back on.
Hey man, you can't write that. Cause my thing is if that was a movie and you said, oh, this is the way it happens, he's going down, then people like, man, that movie's fake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what happened, bro. And I haven't told this story. I'm telling you all the exclusive shit right now.
Hey man. Oh, that's the best water right there. Yeah. That mountain water.
They say it's the president water, huh?
Yeah. But you know what's crazy about that, man, is like when I say you can't write it, it's crazy how things just kind of fall when it's supposed to be right and it's supposed to be yours. It falls into place.
It was meant to be.
You got to be ready
bro.
for the blessing, bro.
And that's my year, 2021, bro. I come back. I was really selective on the records I was dropping because before that, I dropped a shitload of records, bro. So that's the year I was really selective. Boom, boom. I only dropped 5 records. And out of 5, 4 hit. So I was back on map. Boom.
Right.
I was touring again. My clubs were doing
now,
good.
is this as the group or is this, okay,
yeah,
gotcha. Because you always make sure, right?
I was with the group, but man, 2020 pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
We were all
solo too.
They wanted to leave, bro.
Yeah.
I was going solo, actually. I don't know if you guys remember that. They were leaving me, bro. And like they weren't putting effort into the group. And I felt like, it was like some brother shit. Like, oh, you ain't putting effort? All right, then I'm not going to put effort. I'm going to start my own shit.
Right.
Not me thinking like a businessman and thinking like, you know what? Like, I own this shit. This is me. The band is me. Because they knew what's up. Like, I'm the one that's running the boat. Like, the band is me, dog. Like, how am I going to quit myself? Like, I'm going to be a loser.
Right.
Like, if I quit myself, they're going to say Fuerza Regida fell off. Like, I'm going to be a loser. So I was like, I got it back into I was working on a whole album as a solo artist. I grabbed the tracks, put them on my album with the band.
With the band.
The band was trying to quit. I made sure, like, hey, I stuck them together. There was no money. We got all that. We got the PPP loan, man.
Yeah.
Everything. And we didn't do no legal stuff. I was really using it, paying the employees.
Yeah.
Like, we really used it. Like, it was really real, for real. We were living off the PPP loan, bro. Straight up. Like,
Damn.
That's how they stayed. I'm like, all right, I'm going to get something. Like, let me figure it out. Like, oh, there's a loan that can help us out. A business that's going bankrupt. Like, that's us. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
And I got some money, man. I gave him some money, kept them on some bread. Like, we all had to have some bread. They went through the COVID with it. Man, my bank account was under 50 racks, man. And I was this big artist, right? So I was just distributing the money. I'm like, I need you guys to stay with me because I have a vision. We're going to blow up, guys. And it has to be the same group. I can't change it. And if you leave, I guess, like, I'm going to have to figure it out. But I'd rather keep you, bro. And they were like, all right, man. But I don't want to be doing all the extra shit. I was like, all right, let's go. I kept them. Bro, we come back.
Hey, man, it's scary. For one, it's hard to believe in yourself sometimes. And then it's hard to believe in somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And especially that pandemic time, bro, we never saw that. We didn't know what that was. So, of course, I could feel somebody saying, like, man, it's over. Or you know what I'm saying?
Man,
like,
they told me I'm going to go work construction.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to the car wash. I was like, man, for real? You're going to quit? I'm like, if you want to quit, go ahead.
Why you didn't quit?
Because I couldn't, bro. How am I going to quit? If I was this big artist, man, I was big already. I had big songs. Like,
right.
How am I going to just quit?
Right, yeah, man.
I was like, nah. And this was what I lived for. Remember the conversation with my mom? Like,
how am I
going to quit, And I just went hard, man. And I figured out the formula. I figured out how it was really going down. Long story short, we here, man.
Yeah,
You know?
hell yeah.
You
Yeah,
know what's
hell yeah.
crazy?
Go ahead, love.
Is that you're saying all this, and in 2021, I went to go see you at Microsoft, and you had said, I think at the end of your show, that you guys were gonna want to perform at Staple, but crypto. And literally the next year, you guys did that, and I was like, "Oh my gosh! Like you're a manifester."
Yeah.
I believe in manifestation a lot. I've manifested a lot of things in my life. I really believe in that. If you really have a dream, just do it and believe it, and you're gonna do it. You know.
Hey, man, and then you got to think, too, how many people look at you or look at the band and say, man, we can, too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a difference when, for one, and going back to Dino, man, it's like, it's one thing that we don't have a lot of people that can say, man, I'm from San Bernardino. I did it this way. You know, because usually you'll look at like people and say, oh, if he did it, I can do it. Or it's right there next to you.
We give hope to the city, man.
Boom.
For sure, because no one's came out of there like that, man. I think only like a skater. I forget his name. I think Houston. What's that guy's name?
She gonna Google it, watch.
But
But we have it. Watch.
There's a Houston guy. His last name is Houston, or something like that. He came out of there, and I think Travis Barker came out of Fontana.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's it. Eric
Houston?
I think so. San Bernardino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the only. IE guys don't really. I think probably another guy that I'm not mentioning. I don't want to disrespect nobody, right? But
Right.
from the IE, man. No.
And IE, they got some blow ups. You know what I'm saying? They got some blow. If you start thinking about the IE, but when you think about San Bernardino, it's different.
Yeah, San Bernardino, man, it's dirt right there, man. So no one really out of business. Right now, you drive through there, everything's out of business. Like, it's not what it used to be. At least when I was there, it was a little more business. Right now, it's even worse.
Right.
You know? But yeah, we give hope to these little kids. Now everyone's, got their little guitar. Everyone's trying to do something,
Hey, man, but when we were talking about, and I think we were saying this off air, where music internationally now, you know what I'm saying? Like when you look at you, JOP, you look a certain way, you cut from a certain cloth, you could tell that you really real with what you sing, what you believe. It's not like a character. With music now, it's so international. American music or American groups, artists, always been respected throughout the world. They go to Japan, they go to Germany, and everybody comes see these American groups. But a lot of times, international music didn't penetrate the U.S. Like how on a large scale.
Only like Gangnam Style, but one song, right?
That's true. Forgot
And
about
now
that.
you'll see things, man, and you'll look at the top 10 and
It's Latin.
come on.
And you know what gets me more happier? It's not just Latin, because Latin was doing it a little bit already,
Right.
With the reggaeton and all that, they killed
Right.
it. The Mexicans never really had this sauce,
Right.
and now we got it. You
Yeah,
know,
man.
and it's really I feel really happy, man, being a pioneer of this. You know, I got 7 years in this. I went through a lot of stuff, that people don't got to go through now. You know?
Right, yeah.
And I'm
when
happy.
people say pay dues, you know what I'm saying?
paid 'em.
Yeah, or when people say, man, I had to jump on the grenade for a lot. And now you'll see certain things, and it's like, oh, okay. And I'm hoping that people see the paving the way, guys.
And I've been
groups.
saying that, bro. I like that you just saying like everything that is for real. Like I've been saying that in interviews, and then people been talking shit like on the TikTok. Oh, he thinks he's a shit. Like he thinks he made this. I'm not saying I made this by myself.
Right.
I'm saying I'm a part of it.
Right.
And I said that we paved the road. You know?
And you gotta respect that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta think, man, there's a lot of attention that's being drawn as well. Like even us sitting down, this is our first interview. And our first interview is because the work that you did that made us say, man, we gotta reach out for them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You were gonna do the work anyway. You was gonna do it. Now we gotta tap in. Because we see the talent. We see what's going down. We gotta tap in.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
It's all
man,
love, bro.
And that's that kid that's in San Bernardino that rode the scooter.
And I still rep it because a lot of people that come out from San Bernardino, they rep LA.
Right.
And I was kind of doing that at first. I'm like, man, I don't want to say from Dino. Like,
Right.
they're gonna be like,
Right.
But then you know what? Like after 1 year, like I started getting everything in my head. Like, nah, I gotta rep where I'm from. You know, even though I was
Yeah.
born in Riverside, I moved to the Dino at 14. I became a man in the Dino. You know,
Yeah,
so
man. And
I
that's,
give it
that's where you
respect,
cut your
right?
teeth and you grew up and you learn from there.
And I like that we're talking about this, man, because people don't. They like right now the story I told you. I think I haven't even told no one like that. So I want people to know really like the struggle. Like in 2020, they thought we were probably like this big artist with a bunch of money, right? Even though they knew I was falling off, there was a lot of comments. You guys remember that? I mean, I'm pretty sure.
What do you look at on social media? Were you seeing certain things too?
In 2020, I was seeing, man, falling off. All that pressure, man. Everybody left me, my team. It was just me, my manager, bro. Even my band members, like, they weren't there no more, you know? They were not at the house, bro. It was just me and my 2 partners. And guess what? They weren't my partners at the moment, but they stayed with me, and guess what I told them? It was my staff and my cameraman, the only guys that stayed
And you said now
with me.
your cameraman that stayed with you is now...
My partner / manager. Now they rich,
because you saw it.
Because you know what? More than anything is loyalty.
Yeah, man.
Everybody left. They're the only ones that stayed with me.
Yeah.
It was my staff, Toro, and my cameraman, Walks. And they're both right here, man. They're with me all the time.
And that's what I tell people too, man. I say I don't need quantity. I need quality.
Exactly.
And when you find somebody, when you look at somebody like my guy Jose right here, my brother Miles, there's a few people, bro, they won't even tear the sandwich in half. They give me the sandwich and say, oh, man, I already ate. Knowing that then I figure out they didn't. You know what I'm saying? There's some people that's just in the trenches with you. And those are the ones when they in the trenches, man, when you get on ground and above ground, those are the ones you bring with you.
Yeah, bro.
Because they was there at the lowest. We can all party in the VIP booth.
Everybody can
You
be
know what
there.
I'm saying? We can all be in the
But when
VIP area.
I remember I would sit down in the kitchen, bro. I had to just buy my house, bro. I lived in an apartment, and then 2020, I bought my house, man. I make the move to go spend a bunch of money on my house. I didn't know COVID was gonna hit a month later, dog.
Ooh.
And I remember, man, we were going broke, bro. And I was in the kitchen, and I told my guys, I told Toro and Walks, my partners now. I'm like, man, like, we falling off. Like, I got it was an every night talk. Now we got more than 30 motherfuckers in that house every day.
Right,
But right now,
Right,
in that moment, it was only us 2, bro, us 3. So that's when
And holding each other up,
that's
though,
the moment.
too.
They were even themselves, like, they were there being loyal, but themselves, they were like, man, I think this guy's gonna fall off. We gotta help him, you know?
Yeah.
They were drowning too, because they didn't, like, it's hard to believe in someone else, like you
Yeah,
said.
man.
So they were seeing me fall off, and I know for a fact I felt him. They would walk away like I don't want to tell him his shit whack. Like, I felt the energy, but they were there loyal, you know?
Did the music start to feel different
Everything
too?
was fucking up.
Right.
I was in a different mindset. Like, I was fucked up, you know?
And that was easier to do, man, because we were all going through something. You know what I'm saying? And then plus as an artist, and things are different. And not just the music. You're starting to be treated different. The team is getting different. People aren't coming around. Then the world get different. You're like...
Everybody left, man.
Yeah.
And these guys stayed, man. That's the moment I gave them part. I owned my whole record label at the moment. And that's the moment I gave them part of my record label. I'm like, look, you guys are right here with me writing this shit. I'm not going to be able to pay you guys. So I didn't pay them, bro.
Wow.
I can't pay you guys no more, dog. You guys see my bank account.
Yeah.
I was like, but I'm going to give you part of my record label, and we're going to fuck it up.
And you know what's a trip about that is what was the value in the record label at that time? It can't be what it is today.
It was nothing, man.
Yeah.
We didn't own shit. It was just, I had some artists that at the moment, we were like, I don't want to say wrong words so people could get offended, but we didn't know about the business so much. So we were signed. My band was signed to a contract, and we thought we couldn't do our record label by ourselves. Even though what we did, which we did, thank God I didn't sign over to nobody. It's my record label. Thank God we own it 100%. But we were, it was called joint ventures with these other other labels. So I was only owning a 33 of the talent I was signing.
Wow.
At first. And then when all this shit happened, boom, 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 we start learning. I'm like, I don't gotta be doing this joint venture shit. We're gonna sign by ourselves now. And that's what we did. But at the moment, when I gave him a piece of the label, it wasn't even worth $100,000. You get me?
Hey, man, who owns Facebook?
Mark
Zuckerberg. Yeah. There was a dude, and y'all probably know the story. It was a dude, he wanted him to paint the wall. And the dude was going to...
headquarters?
The headquarters. He wanted him to paint the wall. And he said, I can either give you like $3,000 or something like that, but I don't really have it, or I can give you shares of the company. Dude was like, I just wanted to paint. I just wanted to paint the wall. So dude took the shares. Those shares hundreds of millions of dollars.
He took the shares.
He took the shares.
What's
bro.
this guy's name? The guy that took the shares. I want to know who
He's a
this guy is.
professional gambler now. You'll probably know who he is. He's a gambler, be in Vegas with all these females and all this shit. Like he living a life. He ain't got to paint another wall for the rest of his life, bro.
Man, I should have been there, man.
But you know what it is? That's that equity too that your guys saw in something that probably wasn't as valuable at the time. And probably just like, man, we here with you. Oh, I'm gonna give you part of the label. It's like,
all right,
a part of nothing is nothing. You know what I'm saying? but you see certain things, man, and it's crazy when you
see the vision.
Yeah, and there's a difference too, JOP. Where I tell people, man, it's easy to look through that rearview mirror. You look at it now, it's genius that they are. It's genius. But when you looking through that windshield, shit is scary.
Can't see, it's tinted.
It's scary though. When you're looking forward, it's scary. Behind you, like, oh yeah, man, we got the label. You know what I'm saying? We got artists. But when you're looking through the windshield, it's like you don't know what's coming. And they roll with you through the windshield. That's a totally different situation right
That's
there,
how you
bro.
know, man. And that's how you know. That's why it comes down to loyalty, man.
Yeah, man.
They didn't know the business, man. I was giving a company to a staff and a cameraman, bro. You
Right.
get me?
Right.
But they were just my loyal guys.
Yeah, and they would have did everything anyway.
Yup.
You
And
know what
now,
I'm saying?
man, I got motherfuckers closing deals, motherfuckers talking percentages, accounting. These motherfuckers are up.
Hell yeah.
You know?
And y'all learned on the job. That's the best learning too, though, bro.
We always gonna keep learning. you
Hey,
know?
man, how crazy was it to do EDC?
We got invited. We didn't do the show. We got invited.
And
It was crazy, man. It was dope as hell, man.
and what's the invitation as opposed to the like,
Doing it?
Yeah.
I mean, doing it when you get the bag, right?
Right.
Invitation go for free, you know?
Right. Did y'all get on stage though?
Yeah, we got invited by Marshmello.
Yeah, hello.
So
and
we
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's still crazy, you know. But when you do it by yourself, of course, you're getting paid, and from getting paid, it's like they hit you up, they hired you, you know.
But yeah, Marshmello not gonna bring nothing goofy out on his set either.
He knew
though.
what he was bringing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was bringing, it's because this Mexican shit is coming up. It was coming up, you know, it's coming up. Everybody's wanting to work with us. Thank God. You know, I'm not trying to sound arrogant, but everyone's trying to work with us, and we're here to work.
What does it feel like, man, to go from the backyard to when I was just talking to Justin, he was like, yeah, they did like 50,000, you know. What does it feel? Do you, and I know, I'm going to ask you the question, but I know the answer. Do you remember the backyard?
Of course.
Exactly.
I remember being there, being late, the client mad.
Yeah.
I was always that rock star, you know?
Right.
I put up late, man.
They just didn't know. They just didn't know. Hell, you put up late here.
I've been doing that since the backyard parties. Don't think I'm just like brand new, you know?
Yeah, he's like, no, this is vintage. Yeah. Like, he's like, no, this ain't brand new, man. No, this is antique.
So you can know I'm not the cool guy. Nah, I've been doing that.
Yeah, man. Like,
and they, you know what, man? They really fuck with me, my clients, man. Probably like one or two kicked us out, like you're whack.
But you remember what that feeling feels like. So when you walk out in front of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, that must feel.
It feels great.
Yeah, man.
But if you know how it feels like, for me, people might like, let's say someone that never believed they were gonna be there, they would probably be more excited. I feel really happy, right? I'm not gonna say I don't, but I feel like it was gonna happen. Like I felt like this was where it feels normal to me. Like this is what I've been, this is what I've been fighting for. Like it would have been stupid if I didn't have this much people. Like I would have been a stupid motherfucker. Like so it feels so like organic to me. Like I feel like I'm still at the backyard. You get me? Like you get what I'm saying? Like even 100%. though I know it's something big and I'm so proud and happy deep down inside, I really don't like show it. Like I walk out like it's just all right, let's roll. You know, like and everyone just like. This motherfucker, you know?
Yeah, like, don't you know it's 50,000 people out there? Like, I saw this. I just
feel like it's normal. That's why I don't really get, when they ask me, like, how do you feel being this big artist? I just tell them, like, man, I seen this already, you know? I already seen it, you know? So it don't feel like it's new.
That's what Diana was pretty much saying when she said she saw you at Microsoft. And Microsoft, people would kill to perform in Microsoft.
7,500 people
you know,
fit
like
at Microsoft.
that's one of them. Like, man, we at Microsoft. You know what I'm saying?
We were killing it already. Doing the Microsoft, selling out we did the Microsoft a couple times. The last time we did it, we sold it out completely. But the first time we did it, we didn't sell out all the way. But the last time I did it, I do remember saying, hey, I'm going to catch you guys at the crypto next year. Come on. I told them, all you got to do, we 7,500. All you got to do is invite a friend and we up.
And we in there.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's exactly what we did. Because the next year, our friends got so mad at us that we went to Microsoft without inviting anybody.
Did you go to Crypto
and
Staples?
we went to Crypto. Yeah, we went to Crypto.
That's why you
and everybody went
That's
with
why
us.
you wearing makeup today. Huh?
I
been a fan.
And she really has been, man. And even just booking, just the excitement of you coming into the neighborhood as well.
If it's not for the fans, we ain't shit. So I appreciate it.
Go ahead, my love.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to touch base on like the lyrics too, because I mean, we're talking about manifesting. Like your lyrics, me acostumbré a lo bueno. Like that's literally all I listen to, just to like get my mind focused on like, okay, like I see the bigger vision. Like I wanted to ask you, what's like songs that get you motivated? Because I mean, you write them, but what motivates you to write, and what motivates you to keep going?
We're in the music business, especially now. You know, like TikTok content. So now we kind of know the formula how to make a hit, and everything is 80% real, and then you gotta fake it a little bit. Like when you're making a movie, like just make it a little more, put a little more sauce on there.
Yeah, dramatize.
Yeah, like hey, imagine this would have happened. All right, let's put that. Like, and I could sing about it because I lived it. You know, like, but I don't do it no more. I could say thank God, and I must use this message here and tell all the little kids it's just music. You know, get motivated by the positive things. The negative things just. Right. It's just music, you know?
And look at the whole picture. I remember, man, Ice-T used to make rap songs where it was like the high life, you know, high rollers and cars. Then by the third verse, the motherfucker was in jail. You know what I'm saying? But you got to take from the whole picture. And plus, if you lived it, it's your story to tell. And then if there's, you know, when you see a documentary or something and say, you know, dramatized for, you know, such and such, that's your story to tell. This is the music business as well, and you're writing art. And that's what, do you ever get caught up with the enoughs too? And when I'm going to explain this, because I talk to people about this, where you got to be, even with corridos, right? You got to be gangster enough. You got to be Mexican enough. You got to be macho enough. Then you got to be business enough. There's all these enough. Even with the new album, just kind of creating something new, you know, there could be fans that say, oh, man, now you're being in competition and compare it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? How do you deal with all those enoughs that's got to be placed on you that's not placed on a lot of other artists, too? Because Black and Brown, we place different enoughs on us.
I get you. You know what, man? I used to pay attention to that a lot.
Boom.
I don't no more.
Yeah, man.
I don't focus on you saying, like, on people telling me, like, hey, your shit's whack, or hey, like, all you do is sing about females now. You're whack. Like, we miss the old JOP. Like, I don't focus. I see it. It don't go unrecognized. I see it. But I don't like, back in the day, I used to care about what people said.
Right.
And now I'm just in my own lane, doing me. And I feel like just being organic, man. And that's what's helping me the most, man. I used to focus on other people's stuff. Now I'm just on my stuff, and it helps me a lot, man.
And you can't make everybody happy. And it's crazy because you can see, unless you start to learn, especially with social media now, if you don't learn how to say, man, I got 99 great ones, and that one is fucking up my day. You got to learn how to not to affect you.
Yeah, my dad told me once. He said in Spanish, he said, mijo, siempre va a haber un vato más cabrón que tú y más chingón. Like, there's always going to be a motherfucker with a bigger dick, pretty much.
Right.
And it's
my
true.
wife told me that.
My mom used to tell me that too.
Wow. And then I was just my wife.
That's bad, bro.
I'm over here, brother. I'll take it.
I was like, hold on.
You're like, Veronica told you what? No. He's like, no, big. I'm talking about what my dad told me. I'm sorry, I didn't know this. Yeah, but no,
pretty much
real.
Like, there's always going to be someone better. Someone richer, bigger. Someone more good at looking, someone with a better body. You know, you got to just learn how to love yourself and be the best person of yourself.
Yeah, be the best you.
And I took that. I'm taking that shit to the grave, man. My dad told me a lot of good ones in life, man. And that's one of them. So I know when I'm number one, I know I'm not gonna be number one forever. I know I'm gonna drop. I'll be number one again. Ain't no problem. We're gonna do it again.
And you've seen that.
And there's gonna be another fool that comes in, respects, pat him in the back, give him respect. We all go up. It's enough for all of us. It's enough for all of us.
Hey, man, I remember my dad told me. He didn't tell me nothing. I didn't know.
I already knew that. That's why I said, that's why I said,
He was like, God damn it.
I knew that. I understood you.
Yeah, you know, I wish I could buy my dad a truck. You know what I'm
Have his dad give you some quotes. Can you call him and just give us some quotes?
Man. Man, I bought my dad a 1995 truck. and it's still in the front. Dad, I got this truck out here for you. You know, every time I just see a black man walk down the street, like that. No, that's not. Oh, okay, no, that's not it. Man. No, but how is it just being in a position where you can take care of the family?
Man, it feels great, man. And now they ain't, no les falta nada. Like they ain't missing nothing.
And they don't want nothing, huh?
They don't, man. You know, they just. My dad loves a casino. That's his life right now.
Oh, that's great.
Oh. Yeah, man. And it's different when you're playing with some other people's money, too. Hell yeah. That's when you start playing them $3 pools. You know what I'm saying? Instead of the one, you're like, oh, let me max this out, man. He was like,
let's see if it hits.
Yeah, he was like, hey, Sue's got a show tonight. So he'll send me something else.
You probably can't wait till you do Vegas in September.
Oh, man. Hey, so y'all doing Vegas in September?
We're doing Vegas, man. We're doing Vegas in September. Independence.
Yeah, it's that fight weekend. The September 14th weekend.
Mexican Independence.
It's going to be a busy weekend, man.
Nuts, bro.
Canelo just announced the fight out there. UFC is doing their night. And then y'all... what spot you guys gonna be at? Do you know already?
Man, I forget. We're gonna be at.
Should I go ask your ex-cameraman?
Yeah, they're gonna know for sure.
Yeah,
we'll find out right now. I think it's
but that's a hell of a weekend too.
Is it the Michelob or T-Mobile? Okay. T-Mobile.
Damn.
Hopefully we sell them. Hey, we gonna promote it right now. Hey.
Hey, wow!
I'm gonna tell them.
Hold on.
That's gonna be a Sunday.
T-Mobile.
It's gonna be probably a Sunday.
So Canelo, he got T-Mobile probably the night before.
Yeah, that Friday,
bro.
Or that Saturday, and then he'll be Sunday.
I just found that out, man. That's dope. Hey, well, we're gonna promote it right here. Hey, Vegas.
Yeah.
Go buy your tickets at Ticketmaster.com. You feel me?
Yep.
Run it up all over the U.S. Go buy your ticket. Ticketmaster.com.
T-Mobile, and you know what? When the T-Mobile full name, if I'm not mistaken, is T-Mobile Arena.
Yeah.
Say it.
That's crazy, bro. And that's a weekend that they could have brought any Mexican group in, and by choice, y'all got it.
That's a weekend.
Man.
That's the weekend.
Come on, man.
That's the Mexicano weekend, bro. Hell yeah.
Man.
Hell yeah.
I'm tripping more than he is.
Yeah.
I'm actually tripping. I'm like, we gotta sell this motherfucker out.
That's why my man, he looked at the camera like, hey. My man said Ticketmaster, not knowing if it's AXS. You know, he's like, ticket, wherever you get your tickets.
Yeah,
go get them tickets, man.
I was thinking about it. That's a big spot.
He was about to put pressure on, like if you a real Mexican. You'll buy those tickets.
Yeah, man.
I'd do anything to sell my show out.
Damn, Canelo's gonna sell out. UFC's gonna sell out. We gotta sell out.
Nah, that's a beautiful, man. That's a beautiful journey
insane.
too, man. And like I say, we've been waiting for you to get here. And I know, Diana,
dog.
please, if you have anything before we
I gotta answer a question, so I don't forget.
Yeah.
You said what motivates me in the songs.
Yeah.
I always put, like I said, everything's 80% real. Some are 100% real.
Yeah.
But you know, it's music. We gotta let the fans feel it too. You know, I made a song about a girl cheating on me. Thank God I haven't experienced that.
Right.
But
You made it.
we made it for the fans because, you know, it happened.
Man, you should have called me. I would have gave you some lyrics.
About your ex.
Hell yeah,
Oh, man.
I would have gave you some lyrics, man. I don't drink, but if I would have had something to drink too, it would have been real sad, bro.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So you never been cheated on, but you as an artist know how, and plus you know how to, people.
Yeah,
You know what
I've
I'm
heard
saying?
stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, it was really popping. Like, I stay relevant. You know, that's the way to stay. You know, we gotta stay relevant. So I seen like a couple songs of cheating songs popping in the moment. A couple months ago, it was about cheating, about fuck you, bitch. You know? So I made one. And that's why I want to tell my fans, like, I'm here to make music for them.
Right.
And I put always something. You know, in that song, I still put something a little bit on me. A little bit. So I could feel it, or else it's not gonna feel organic. So I put the cool stuff, the not cheating stuff on the song, and that's about me, you know.
Yeah. I haven't been there, but I feel for y'all.
Nah, but not. It's a serious matter. You know, I don't want to laugh at my fans have been cheated on because it's real. But what can I say? Like, I can do music for everything, and what motivates me is always putting a little something of me in the music. So I could feel really sing it, or else I won't be able to sing it. You know, it got to really be organic.
Hey man, what do you feel when people come up and say either that's their song, or I felt like you wrote that for me, or a particular song got me through something. When it's you, probably a collaboration or something, but you're writing it. But you're writing other people's stories where they're like, man, I felt that.
It feels good being like part of, like, I love it when they say it got me through something. That makes me feel great. Like,
Yeah, because you remember when music got you through something. Yeah.
And it makes me feel great. You know, like, that's the number one thing. Like, hey, this got me through something. Like, all right. Like, that, it makes me feel good. Like, we're not just your favorite artist now. Now we help somebody through something tough, whatever they're going through. And if it's us helping them, even though our music's rated R and stuff, you know, but it can help you.
Do you look at charts and everything, and do you look at numbers? Is that part of your business too? Like, oh, we knock vultures off with Ye and that time. You know, do you look at numbers and accolades too?
Look, I've never been about that, but now, like, I never been mainstream, like, coming to interviews for 7 years. I never did this.
Gotcha.
It was just music. So now we're on that journey of going to the next level because we're doing the rock star thing, just nobody knows about it.
Right.
You get me? That's why we come on here and talk about it, because no one has seen really but our fans. You know, I'm not gonna say no one because our real hardcore fans seen it all. But, you know, we got some new fans down the road, and I appreciate the new fans too.
Right.
And they don't really know how hard I've worked or how hard I've been in this, and now I just want to get it known. You know, so people don't know, and I just want to get it known. So back in the day, I didn't really focus. To this day, I still don't focus.
Right.
I don't go look at the charts like that.
Right.
But we want to be on them, and that's why we're doing all this.
Take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, even though we know, if you're not in the light like that, if you don't let yourself get love, like, if you don't give love, or like if you don't go on a show, or if you don't go like to their show all the way in New York, and I gotta pay for all the bullshit. If I don't do that, they ain't gonna put us on their charts, you know?
Gotcha.
So we gotta be part of what they want us to do, so we could be on their charts, you know?
Hey man, not only with that, I always call it the this and that. Like the music, that's you.
We got that.
Now you got to do. Yeah, I got that. Now I got to go do all that.
I'm doing it, and it sucks because people usually do this when they start,
right?
And I'm
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You like, man, I've already made money. I've got hits.
I got all of it, but
you know what it is? It's that whole, not the campaign like it's cheesy, but it's that thing where there are some people learning about you today, and even with me, man, this is my 30th year in radio. There's somebody that just learned today, and I can't tell them about all the yesterdays and all the phone taps and all the other stuff that you missed. You're here with me now, and now I gotta impress you from here to wherever you're going. You can go back and check it. Like, they can go back and check your music catalog.
Yeah,
but if they just came on today, they don't. Damn, you missed this. You missed. But now you gotta keep creating. All my old
fans be saying, "You ain't a real fan. You're a fake fan." Nah, they're just new fans.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Fake. They new fans.
And I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know if you're one of those that any day ones in here and you'll see it.
I haven't said that yet.
Yeah,
but
don't say it though either.
No, I can't, huh? Because
Yeah.
But I be seeing the day ones, man. They putting on like songs that I'm not gonna sing in the show. Like, I'm not gonna sing that song right now, you know. And
right.
Hey, put the song, and I'm like, damn, that motherfucker really knows.
Right. Like, maybe I started in the band with you. I'm the told you had to pay bass. That was me.
And I told him, and I in my head, I tell him in my head, because I can't tell him, like, I can't stop, like, hold on, nah, I can't, you know.
Right.
So in my head, I'm like, man, ain't no one gonna know that song right now, bro. Come on.
Like, man, you should have got me in the backyard when it was. Yeah, man. But so what does tomorrow bring, as far as, like, and I don't mean tomorrow like next day, but what do you, because you already manifest and you already see what's going down, bro. Like, when you say Microsoft Staples Center crypto, when you say those kind of things, backyard to, you know, flyer parties. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what's really tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Say it.
Tomorrow's my album drop.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Since I just dropped this new album, it's a whole different story. It's not like, I don't know if I think we haven't even talked about it.
Right.
A good thing we've been talking about, just, you know, real shit. But I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the album. If no one has heard it yet, you probably bumped some at the house, or, you know. Yeah. But it's new, man. It's something that we ain't doing.
Different sound.
So but
not straying from you. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you ran from, you just introduced.
It's a new sound with the same essence.
Right.
It's the same dude, the same guy. We talking about the same shit.
Yeah.
You know? It's just different. It's different genre. And my tomorrow, my future is, I think this album, man. Like everything I'm doing next from now on, like this is my first time dropping something different in an album. I've dropped a single that's different, but I've never like, hey, here's an album that's different.
Is that scary or
it's
is
really
that
scary?
Gotcha.
Coming back to the risk, like we know how earlier we were talking about risk.
Yeah.
I always tell my team right now, like, hey, this is a risky thing we're doing, but it's a risk I gotta take.
Yeah, man.
You know, because I had I'm gonna tell you why. I had top 10 Apple Music, right? I had 7 songs, top 10 in March. Right now we got like 3, 4. We still up there, you know, but we had 7, and they were all the same instruments, same, you know, different melodies, you know, same genre. But you go hear all these artists that are in my lane, and it's everything sounding the same. So I started not panicking because I was we were number 1, top 10. I was happy, but I was like, this cannot be the next thing I drop.
But how can you have 7 out of 10 slots and say, let me try something a little different? And I know it was organically like created, where it's like, you know, it wasn't like, but 7 out of 10, people would usually stay that route.
I get you. I'm still gonna give him that later on. And we put some tracks on the album.
And that's why you say it's a full album.
Yeah, we still gave them what they want, because then we get pretty much the full album is different. And then we give them 2, 3 tracks that are original, so just in case they don't.
Diana, have you heard the album?
I did.
All right. Yeah. Real talk. What do you feel as a fan?
As a fan,
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
You like
Yeah,
it?
it's a different sound, but I was gonna say I fuck with it, but yeah,
Right.
I fuck with it.
Yeah.
But as a core fan, I'm gonna ask you this: like, people are already tripping, or like they ain't fucking with it because, you know, like the core fan, like,
Yeah.
you know, but
Yeah,
I feel like it'll grow on them. You know?
Exactly. I was gonna say like the first few songs because I listened to it in order, and I was like, okay, and then when I heard the one that you're talking about, like something similar, I was like, okay, cool. But like, I just feel like people need to be open minded when it comes to music.
Yeah.
So I like it. I
That's
genuinely
good.
like
All
it.
the girls
yeah.
I show, they like it.
Yeah.
Hey, man, and you get the girls, you get the fellas.
Yeah, because I thought about the club scene. I was like, ooh, we're dancing in a club.
Because you
that's
ain't
the
never
vibe.
seen
Yeah.
no club say, hey, it's man's night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, ladies' night, we show up like, oh, man, we'll be up in here.
We there first.
Yeah.
The homies can hate,
Right.
and no, like, I ain't trying to talk shit on my male fans, you know.
Right.
But you know, if their girl likes her, or if the girl they chasing likes it, they gonna go pay for the ticket, man.
Hell
Thank
yeah.
God. So
Hell yeah.
Forcing me to
that's
do
all
it.
I can say.
What you say?
Oh, my girlfriend's forcing me to go.
I forced my
When you hit
boyfriend.
Honda Center, like, I have to go. I'm like,
Hey, did you go to
Jesus
Honda?
Christ. No, it's coming
It's
up.
coming up.
Coming
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
coming
Yeah,
up.
man.
You got your
Gotta
ticket
be
already?
there.
I think it's sold out.
Yeah, not yet. bro.
Hey, man.
Oh,
Damn, really?
I'm gonna hook you up.
No, don't do that. Make them
Sold
go to an aftermarket
I'll
and buy
support,
it.
dog.
That's
I'll support.
He was hoping you said that. you was like,
Oh,
you
really?
got, you was like, you got your tickets. You went.
But that's the future for
you know,
me, man.
Like, she's the big fans. I love y'all. And
Hey, what's up? Huh?
that's when you be like, yeah, I was trying to get tickets before you came in.
But hey,
Right before.
hey, but that's the
Sold
future, man.
out the Honda Center.
Pretty much. I
Yeah,
think
it's
it's
sold
sold
out
out
everywhere,
man.
bro. It's crazy.
And what's the date on that? A guesstimate.
Shit.
That's I don't
Let me
know.
tell. And the reason why I ask is because being in radio, bro, and this isn't to slight any artist, and I'm just saying names. We could have the biggest names and be in radio, and it could be a show, and we'd say, man, we're going 8 weeks of promotion, and you could talk about it every hour, give away tickets every hour, tickets for sale, 8 weeks, 2 months, and you may not get a sellout.
Oh yeah, it's tough.
You know what I'm
Nowadays.
saying? So when you think about the Honda Center,
September 28th.
how big the Honda Center is, bro. And you got to think, man, and I know you know this too, JOP, is that he already know he got date night. She already knows she's going. People already know it's on their calendar. People know what they're going to wear. People, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy as an individual and as a group and as an artist that people are planning their lives around a particular date to come and see y'all.
That's great. That's amazing.
Yeah, man.
That's amazing, man. Back in the day, I mean, I think we experienced that in the back in the day because the backyard parties, I think they would get ready, you know,
Yeah,
for their
right.
quinceañera, you know?
Yeah, but
not at
were they
your
ready
level.
to come in? Were they coming to see
Nah.
you?
Nah, man.
Right.
That's That's amazing, bro. Like,
Yeah, man. Those are big ass places where you just drive by and say, "Oh yeah, we performed in there."
Yeah, it's
yeah,
crazy.
like, and it's like nothing.
Be
Like,
like, man, the last thing that sold out WrestleMania was, you know what I'm saying? That's, man.
man, sometimes I don't even know, man. Sometimes I forget, you know.
Yeah.
And I like to be like that, man. It's better not keep your feet on the ground.
Yeah,
you know?
man.
Doug.
And don't celebrate the accolades because there's so many more. If you celebrate it every time, you know what I'm saying? Then yeah, you just keep working.
Yeah, let's
Like-
go bigger now. You asked me what's in it for the future, man. Hopefully I do a stadium. We
Yeah,
sell out a
man.
big stadium. Hopefully we, you know, with this EDM record, the whole album is EDM. Hopefully we take it to the next level,
I
man.
heard that, bro.
It's a good vibe, bro.
Hey, man, and that's a whole nother audience.
That's what I'm, you know, that's what we're going for. We're going for the new audience, and that's why we kept it OG for our audience, and we put the new genre in there for the new audience, man. And hopefully they like it, man. We're here just to make music. We got a good team. We all think it's really good tracks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, go check out Nel, one of my favorite ones. Nel. Go check out Secreto Victoria. I'm gonna just say all of them, man.
Fresita.
Go check them all out.
Fresita is one of my favorite too.
Fresita, you fuck with that one?
Oh yeah,
Oh man,
the
Bella
whole
Cat
the whole
got-
album was dope.
she went off on that one,
Yeah.
Bella Cat. Nobody expected that feature, man.
No,
Feature.
I didn't expect that one. That
Nope.
one was dope. When
And
I saw
who was
her name,
featured
I was
with?
like, yeah.
It's with this girl that's popping in Mexico.
Oh, my
Poppin', bro.
Lord.
Popping. She's like the first girl that popped off with reggaeton in Mexico, and she's killing it. And no one expected me to do something with her because like, oh, like you're too big for her type of shit. But we like to, hey, put the feet on the ground and let's not think about who's
Yeah,
bigger.
and make
Let's
good
think about
music.
Yeah.
music.
Yeah,
you know?
man.
And that's what we did. We did a good track with her, man. I like
Anything
that.
before we wrap up, Dinah?
I just kind of wanted to go. So on social media, they joke about all the time, like when you guys perform, to not bring your significant other because, like, you guys, they fight, you know? So I've seen it as a fan, how many times people get messed up, like drunk, messed up, and waste their money. So I just, I kind of lost my train of thought because you're staring.
Hey, dude, she said I lost my train of thought because you were staring at me. And I hope you can come back to your train of thought.
Actually, I did.
Can you
But do you
tell
actually
him
see
what you
that too?
told your man this morning?
Dude, I put on makeup and I was like, dude, I might not come home today.
Yeah, man.
No, I'm just kidding.
And he was like, well, fuck it then. If all a celebrity got to do is come and do an interview, we didn't have love anyway.
No, but you know what? He's the one who introduced me to you guys. So like,
Shout out to
yeah,
him,
no,
man.
he's
Shout out
big
to him.
fan. All of
Oh,
our
man.
friends are
And
fans.
that's how you
like,
lose them.
Yeah.
You see Jose's wearing a
Yeah,
real
dog.
recognized real.
What up, Juan?
Yeah,
Fellas,
yeah.
Alex,
Yeah,
Gustavo.
but he made sure that it had the Mexico colors in it. You know
Hell
what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Representing,
When
brother.
Cube was here, he wore Ice Cube hoodie.
Yeah.
So just, but no, what you got over there, Jose?
Big, I just have a question for JOP. I don't know. I hope I didn't miss it. How did the name Fuerza Regida come about?
The name came, man, when I didn't say it, so you didn't miss it. The name came when I joined the group that I'm in, that is now Fuerza Regida. I actually did say it, but I didn't say how.
Right.
We went in, it was Grupo Raimes, and then when I joined and we started like doing the backyard parties, I said, hey, now I'm in here, it's a new group. We got to change the name. And then me and my boy Chris, that's one of the band members, we just looked up a bunch of shit. And it means ruled force in
Yes.
English. So I mean, wherever you go, you govern.
Right.
Nice.
Govern force, that's what it
Govern
means.
force.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
govern force. So wherever you go, boom, you're the man.
That's dope.
So that's what we wanted to
Even in
portray.
here?
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
One last question for you.
Yeah.
I'm a foodie. And I just have a question. Pozole or menudo?
Uh-oh. Oh,
What's your
shit.
favorite, dog?
It depends on the day, man.
Ah.
It depends on the day. But if I gotta go with the regular day, I'm gonna go with menudo. Oh no, pozole.
Yeah.
Pozole.
All righty, chilaquiles, green or red? No. We start asking some real shit. Yeah. Green or red? Or mixed?
Red, man.
Yeah.
For sure.
What about you? You green?
For sure.
Me red.
Yeah, I'm red.
like red.
I'm red. Green
Hey,
or red?
fuck it. Green, white, and red. We locked
Yeah.
in.
Yeah. Okay, one. Corn or flour?
These dudes are
man.
foodie
Tortillas.
for real.
No, man. Corn all day.
All day.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Come
You
on.
got you got anything else? You want Coke
No,
or
no, I think
Pepsi?
that's
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good.
Oh,
you
jalapeno
actually-
shishito. Peppers. This dude, man.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
Nothing else?
One
Butter or
minute.
margarine?
Jesus
Where you
Christ,
going?
man.
Manteca? What? Yeah.
Mayonnaise or
or is it a spread? What are you
Miracle
going?
Whip
Miracle
or,
Whip, man. Hey man, he gonna walk up and be like, man, yeah, man, like, that fool a fat ass. Hey man, when you took those dudes out and spent that day with them, Jose was like, man, I wish I was at Home Depot that day. He was like, man, I could have ate.
Right.
God, you know what I love about that clip, JOP, man? I love how you say, man, I'm going to go get 10 fools. I don't know if you heard us playing it back. We was like, man, I was like, did he call them 10 fools? Like, fools? Hey, fool! Get on over here.
And they thought I was a Mira, bro.
Hey man, I've seen that happen before, bro.
They thought I was a Mira.
They was like, oh, he undercover.
And I did a joke. I don't know if you caught it. I don't know if you understand Spanish. You caught it. Mm-hmm. When I had them already in the backyard, I said, I'm gonna make a hole to bury 10 motherfuckers. And they were like, you know,
they dropped their plate.
Like, we digging it or
you digging your own hole.
Hey man, why was that so important, man? To go and do that.
You know why, man? Because we're always doing something. I don't like to show it all the time.
Right.
You know, I'm always helping out. And people are gonna tell you know, my neighbors, whoever needs help, I help them out, whatever I can. You know.
Yeah.
And this time I was like, man, our fans miss us showing, because we always help people out and we would record it. We've been doing vlogs for a long time, but we don't do them no more. And they always say, hey man, make a vlog. I was like, all right, I'm gonna make a vlog, but I'm not gonna make it about me. We're gonna bless these guys, man. And
these 10 fools.
Yeah, these 10 motherfuckers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what it was, man. We just blessed them. We instead of working, they came and spend a day with us and you know, have live music, food, haircuts. They went home good.
Did they know who you were?
I don't think they knew all the way, man.
Ain't that the blessing too?
Yeah, that's dope. They didn't know who really, like, probably one of them searched me up or something, but nah.
Yeah.
It's because most of them weren't Mexicans. I don't even think there was a Mexican there, bro.
Really though?
I think one, and the rest were like Guatemala, Salvador.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Wouldn't that have been crazy? Like, oh no, you can't come in. Can
Can
you imagine if you gatekeep? Like, no.
Hey, you ain't Mexican. Watch out.
Yeah. Hey, man. I gave you the bigger plate because you Mexican.
Hey, I give you the extra rack.
Yeah.
Don't trip.
That's for you, man. Don't tell everybody. All right, then now, Luigi, go ahead, my brother.
All right, JOP, I just want to know, man, all the success, you said you went from like backyards, but where's the craziest place this has taken you, bro? Like, you got to figure, man, you have so many people you probably inspired, so many people with power that probably want you to perform for them. And I just want to hear like the maniaco shit, bro. Like, has anybody like hired you to bring you somewhere and just like perform for them? Like, at a private event or anything crazy like that? Like, what's the craziest place you performed at?
Craziest place was a disclosed location in Mexico. I won't say too much after that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Was that did someone call you? Was it just like
He said he ain't gonna say no more.
I just showed up.
Hey man, as soon as you said Mexico, I don't want to hear no more.
Yeah, that's
You know what
crazy.
I'm saying? He was like, man, I showed up
And that's it.
and I left with a bag. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Or no bag. Bro.
yeah. He was like, I was good, brother. Believe that,
That's
man.
crazy,
Do you
dog.
trip off of like where you perform though now? Do you miss smaller venues, or you still play something? You'll play something small.
I've been doing after parties right now.
Okay.
So I have the little small venue experience, you know. I do the show, the big show, and then I go drink at the after party and I do a little 2-3 songs.
Oh, nice.
And it reminds me, it's like nostalgia. How do you say it?
Nostalgia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't miss them.
Right. I hear you. You're like been there.
Yeah,
You know
been
what I'm
there,
saying?
done that, you know.
Yeah, and then you can go and do it by choice too.
Yeah,
You know?
if we
And
want to.
especially if you're looking at, you know, how you say, man, we going towards stadium, bro. That's what we looking at.
So we can't miss them, you know. We can't
Yeah.
get that energy, you know. Watch out.
I ain't mad at you, man. But
Oh, that's
man,
great.
it was a pleasure having you in the
Man,
neighborhood,
it was a
bro.
pleasure being
For
here, man.
real though,
Dog.
man.
I
For
appreciate
real,
you
brother.
having us, brother.
Man, my pleasure.
I seen you around, man, and now we here, man, and I appreciate you taking your time, man.
Man, my pleasure, bro.
Man.
And this is the way I wanted
This
to
is
build
great.
with you too, man. I just wanted to talk to you, bro. And I see, you know, in hustle and just everything in life, there's similarities, and everybody has a certain journey. And then there's some things where you can say, "Oh, damn, me too. Yeah, I did that. I felt
we
that."
have a shitload in common, man.
Yeah, man.
That's dope.
Believe that, man. But thank you for coming into
Hey,
the
thank you
neighborhood,
for
bro.
having us. Hey, I'm gonna tell everybody listening to us right now. Album's out now.
Yes,
Go
sir.
check it out. And if you need to go to a FR concert, Ticketmaster.com. Run it up.
There
and
it is.
thank you very much, man.
Man, it's our
I
pleasure.
appreciate you.
Big Boy's Neighborhood.